comment down below which city you'd want a pop-up revival in next.
Sexually abused, and I was like, I don't think so. And she was like, are you sure? She's like, you have never, and then she like kind of went through some detail about it. I'm not going to go about it on here. But, and like it clicked in my head. And then like a couple weeks after that, I got my adoption records. And I was going through it and I found a file. I found like a folder in there about my daughter, about one of my kids. And it was about my daughter who I'd given birth to.
Wow.
And it messed me up. It messed me up real bad.
Wow.
And like it just kind of all came rushing back to me, and like I remember like these vivid days of just like waking up to my dad on top of me and just like all sorts of really messed up stuff
Wow.
was happening to me. And like, and then like that night I remember looking at the residential assistant in the face, and I'm done. I looked at her. I'm gonna be very honest. I told her that I wanted to commit suicide. So that I had to go, and I told her exactly. I told her straight hour about how I was going to do it. And I had everything. I even told her I had everything. She didn't believe me, but I did. I ended up giving it to her at the end of the night, but and she didn't believe me. But I told her, and what the most amazing part of that whole thing is that we weren't allowed to have phones or MP3 players or any of that, because the main focus was to heal and process everything that we were, our traumas in our life. So we were only allowed to have CD players, and only Christian music was allowed. And if you wanted non-Christian music, it had to be approved. And you had to be on a certain level of like, you had to be there for a certain amount of time, a certain amount of respect and trust and whatnot. So you got levels. Well, I had a CD player, and I had a Christian CD there of Lauren Daigle.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, a song from 14 Countries, Shoulders, came on. And that song, like, I just broke down in tears. And the RA took me into my room, into her room, because I was sharing a room with another girl. And she took me into that room. I read the Bible, and I just remember literally falling on face first into the Bible, and I fell asleep.
Oh my God.
I remember screaming on my lungs to say, I'm done, and I give it to you. I just fell the fuck asleep.
Wow.
Bible knocked you out?
Sorry, my bad. I fell asleep.
Like,
I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and I remember looking at her in the face. I said, I gave my life to the Abba Father. And then walked to my bedroom and fell asleep, and I felt like so much relief and so much weight off my back.
Wow. That's a powerful testimony, sister. You know what? That testimony about that suicide, I've been through suicide. I know how it feels like want to kill yourself, because I'm sure my testimony. I'm real apostle son, but I did not know Jesus. I raised in the church, but I did not know Jesus. So I was so depressed, suicide, all that.
When that was like everybody else facing reality. But mine was pretty more, I feel like, more enhanced, because it's something we have to practice raising
To me,
awareness
boo?
on
Like, what
every
the
day.
fuck? You just saying sister?
Because
I
people
mean, you want to
just,
say what's
it
up
hits
to
out
me?
of nowhere. You probably
Go
heavy
ahead.
ass demons, the Jezebel spirit.
Right.
As you
That's
should.
right.
They said in the
You
Revelation,
got
like,
this.
it's
Don't
really
start
going to end
preaching
with
right now,
that. So
though.
you looking
We
at,
get, we
all
don't
these
care.
chicks with OnlyFans and stuff, they're really here to sabotage these males in the long run for that Jezebel spirit.
Yes.
But God has a lot of, just scriptures. Like, I'm even just learning myself about quoting back to, like, what He's going to do with the people in the end. Because the problem is we want to live, like I said, in our flesh for sure. But we want to live just of the world. I don't think it's, I don't know, like, depending on, what it is you're doing, only God knows. And He can, like I said, enable that or take that away.
Yes, you're right. Only God knows. So
It's just good to at least acknowledge it. And if you see that, white light, you better just, yeah.
yeah. So
Because
you talking
like,
about the end time? Yeah.
sometimes we don't recognize.
If you have faith, you will receive whatever you pray for. Matthew 21:22. And preach the gospel to all creation. Mark 16:50.
God has different ways of bringing His lost sheep to His kingdom.
Amen.
Yeah.
Everyone has a task.
Because I used to go to church like a lot, and then I stopped at a certain age. But I'm glad to get.
Like I haven't been to church in like probably like a couple of months now, but it doesn't cause me to have a relationship with God. I still have my relationship with God, but I just haven't been around my sisters and brothers in Christ, which I will start going. It was just something that happened, not in the church, but personal, family problems that happened where like I I just didn't really have any transportation to church.
It's okay because God knows an effort.
But look, it's never for the church of God to judge people for not going to church.
No.
Like it's really people in church that be in the church that judge the people that don't go to church and they don't even know the situation.
Amen.
Exactly. God knows that he came from home.
Oh my God. You know, I'm feel like terrified. You know, hell is not for God's children, but if a person ends up going to hell, they're no longer a child of God.
Amen. And you know,
They're gonna become a child of Satan.
God, yeah.
Hell's designed for Satan and his angels. It's not designed for humans.
Amen. So,
No one has to go there.
amen. Amen. And
Fortunately, lots will.